Good morning, y'all. This is Grow with Nadine, The Garden Speaks, and I am so excited to share my DIY self-watering system with you. And it works. So come with me. Let me show you how I did it. Here it is, my completed DIY self-watering system. I built this system using food-grade 5-gallon buckets because I'm growing vegetables and other edible plants. My buckets are sitting on elevated stands, but that's completely optional. They work just as well on the ground. I chose to elevate mine because it's easier for my back when I'm planting, watering, harvesting, and maintaining my garden. Elevating them also makes it easier to inspect my plants for pests and diseases before they become a bigger problem. Each stand holds 6 containers, giving me a total of 12 self-watering containers. The water is stored underneath the soil in a built-in reservoir. As the soil begins to dry, it naturally draws water upward to the roots through a process called wicking. This helps maintain more consistent soil moisture, reduces water to lost evaporation, and can reduce how often I need to water during our hot Southern California summers. These are the tools and materials I use to build my self-watering system. The tools include a soldering gun, scissors, and a PVC pipe cutter. The materials include an 18-inch PVC fill pipe, corrugated perforated drain pipe, landscape fabric, zip ties, potting soil, food grade 5-gallon buckets, and water. The first step in making the overflow hole, I burned this hole about 3 inches up from the bottom of the bucket using a soldering gun. Next, I'm wrapping the corrugated perforated drain pipe with landscape fabric. Now this first piece of landscape fabric acts as a filter. It allows water to move freely through the perforated pipe while keeping potting soil from entering the reservoir. Keeping soil out maintains the reservoir's water capacity and prevents the openings in the pipe from becoming clogged over time. And once the fabric is wrapped around the pipe, I will secure it with zip ties so everything stays in place during assembly. I'm using 2 zip ties because that's what I had on hand, and I'm trying to, save as much money as possible. But you can buy zip ties that are, long enough to just use one. Now I'm placing the wrapped drain pipe into the bottom of the bucket. This becomes the water reservoir that stores water beneath the soil. So I'm fitting it in, just checking to make sure it's nice and snug. Okay, so it's good, and you can see the drainage hole right there. Okay, so it's not covered up. So I'm going to cut about 1 inch into the corrugated perforated drain pipe so I can place my PVC pipe inside of it, and it needs to be nice and snug. All right, so now I'm placing it down into the container. Okay, so it looks good. Okay, now the first piece of landscape fabric acts as a filter. It allows water to move freely through the perforated pipe while keeping potting soil from entering the reservoir. And keeping soil out helps maintain the reservoir's water capacity and prevents the openings in the pipe from becoming clogged over time. Now the second piece of landscape fabric serves a different purpose. It acts as a soil barrier, supporting the potting soil above while preventing it from falling into the water reservoir. At the same time, it allows moisture to wick upward through the soil to the plant's roots. So now I'm going to be adding the potting soil. I recommend using a quality potting mix and avoid packing it too tightly. A loose potting mix allows roots to grow more easily and helps the moisture wick upward through the soil. Although this is a self-watering system, remember that newly planted seeds and transplants should still be watered from the top until their roots have grown deep enough to reach the reservoir below. Now it's time to fill the reservoir. I'm pouring water directly into the PVC fill pipe. As the reservoir fills underneath the soil, the water spreads throughout the perforated drain pipe, creating a consistent source of moisture beneath the root zone. Once the reservoir is completely full, water begins flowing out of the overflow hole. That's exactly what we want to see. It tells us the reservoir has reached its maximum capacity and any extra water drains safely away instead of flooding the root system. Your self-watering system is now ready for planting. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to Grow with Nadine and share it with someone who loves gardening. And remember, the garden speaks.